President Joe Biden was basically found exonerated, so to speak, by the special counsel Robert Hur. Now, Robert Hur has been investigating this classified document leak while Joe Biden was the then vice president going into private civilian life.
Right.
Now, he had boxes full of classified documents in his garage, which by actual U.S. law, a former vice president cannot handle classified information. Former presidents, however, can, and while they're president, they can declassify any document they want with just by saying that.
Right.
Just by saying that it's declassified. So on the one hand, you have former President Donald Trump getting Mar-a-Lago raided by the FBI.
Yep.
And for holding on to classified documents, which you could make the argument that President Trump had the legal authority to maintain and hold those documents.
Yes, you can. But
the National Archives, or I guess I should say every Trump critic out there, everyone who wants to destroy Trump, found the National Archives as their way in to get Trump and charge him with all this shit. This is a direct
reading
excerpt of the report, which is like 200-300 pages long. In which is written, in his interview with our office, Mr. Biden's memory was worse. He did not remember when he was vice president, forgetting on the first day of the interview when his term ended, if it was 2013, when did I stop being vice president? And forgetting on the second day of the interview when his term began, in 2009, am I still vice president? He did not remember even within several years when his son Beau died, and his memory appeared hazy when describing the Afghanistan debate that was once so important to him. Among other things, he mistakenly said he had a real difference of opinion with General Carl Eikenberry, when in fact Eikenberry was an ally whom Mr. Biden cited approvingly in his Thanksgiving memo to President Obama. Now, that summary of well-meaning but poor memory or forgetful, what have you, that was obviously not in that quote, but that is the takeaway from that particular report. I don't know if you could get more damning of a exoneration, because all of a sudden Biden not being charged with anything, instead you have the DOJ, which, by the way, Democrats have argued nonpartisan, completely objective, right?
Absolute
justice
garbage.
Is blind.
That's such a lie.
This is what the left has done. This is what the left has done. So they basically found this hill. DOJ is nonpartisan. They just go after bad guys. If you're a bad guy and the DOJ is coming after you, probably means you're guilty, right? That's what they sold us on.
Yeah.
And then they come back. Sure, maybe Biden didn't mishandle classified informations. But the reason for that is because we feel sorry for the guy because he doesn't know his ass from his elbow.
Yeah, he's so old. You have no idea.
It's like,
and
okay,
the thing
Grandpa, let's get you back in for a nap.
There was a segment on CNN, and CNN's going pretty hard on this, by the way. Like,
actually, I think most mainstream outfits are going ham. I thought it was MJ Lee asking a question. Is that who you're gonna?
No, I was gonna say that they had a segment with I forget his name. It's so good because he goes in and he says, "Look, the United States, not this one, but this one. We want to get into this one too." He is saying that the people of the United States, this could be the worst outcome for the president, because in a time where people are looking for competence, the only thing going for Biden was that he was actually competent. The only thing going for Biden was that his health was not an issue and his mind was sound. After this report has come out, he should have wished that he was indicted instead, because this is even more damning for his
because
prospects.
At the very least, like, even if they indicted Biden, the summary of that report would have been, the takeaway from the left would be like, he's innocent, but also he knows what he's doing. Now they don't have that argument.
They can't say it, because if they say he knows what he's doing, then so he knew he was guilty. He knew he was doing what he's doing is guilty.
So they're boxed into a corner here.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating to watch it all play out.
It really is. And then the next one here,
but Biden goes out there tonight, and everybody, like, there's like a 45-minute heads up. Everybody's thinking, is he going to step aside for Kamala Harris?
A lot of people were thinking that.
As soon as I heard that, like right before Biden went out, because you and I were doing the show prep.
He wasn't going to run again. But then he came out, and honestly, I feel like he shat the bed.
Okay, back to Biden.
Mhm.
We all think he's going to resign. He doesn't. Instead, he gets really defensive.
Yeah.
But CNN, MJ Lee, basically. Oh, hold on. Peter Ducey opened it up.
Yeah,
I don't know if we have any clips of that.
I don't think so either because
matter.
it looks like they went to sleep. That's what it looks like to me.
It's okay. Anyways, Peter Ducey kind of opens up. The very first question is about like the report says something about your memory and how it's fading, and then Biden's like, my memory is working so well, I let you speak, which is like, what? No, that actually doesn't mean what you think it means at all. Because if you had a good memory, you wouldn't let Peter Ducey speak because you fucking hate him.
Yeah, and also, it's like if I didn't, it should have been. He should have said. It's probably because he's saying like, if I didn't have a good enough memory, then I wouldn't remember my handler telling me I should have asked you a question first.
God, see, like
that's what it.
Biden's dementia.
Biden's
dementia is giving me fucking dementia.
I know, and the thing is like when people have dementia or have issues with their memory, what happens with them is that they start getting frustrated. They start getting easily angry and all of that kind of stuff. And to me, the fakest part of it all was when he was talking about his son.
Bo.
Yeah, the fakest, the
one. Hold on, the one he loves.
The one he lies about his death in order to get fucking brownie points. Right. Yeah, that one, the one that he loves because he got to where he is.
That's
on
actually,
that piggyback.
Honestly, I would not put it past Biden to only love Bo after he died because it really it helped him so fucking much with the electorate.
It really did, and he knows that he can play that string for the media personnel to try and help string it for him and strong and for the fucking sad loving father narrative that they try and push, which is an absolute garbage fucking narrative because it's a fucking lie. He just the other day he used that story on a family who lost their 23-year-old daughter. 23-year-old daughter.
The 3 U.S. service members who were killed. Was it in Syria?
It was in Syria.
One of the service members, by the way, all 3 service members were black.
Yeah.
The service member who was a young 24-year-old lady who I didn't even remember what her rank was. She might have been just like
she was a low rank. She was
24 years old. Of course, right. She was low rank. But what was crazy about it was that the conversation between Biden and the bereaved parents was happening on camera. And I don't know how it made to the public, but we watched it. And you're thinking to yourself, when you're listening to Biden talk about his son Bo dying and he knows exactly how they feel, like, bitch, no, you don't know how they feel. Okay. Bo did not die like separate from you. He died in your company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as tragic as it was. Okay. I'm not like diminishing like the horrible impact that Bo's death probably had on his life.
Right.
But at least they were together. These parents, they were blindsided.
They had that opportunity to say goodbye.
It's crazy.
They had all of that. I mean, the closure that you're able to get. And that's why like the COVID lockdowns were so evil too, because nobody was able to actually have that closure.
Right.
You're not allowed to go and see these people who are going to go be killed. But the audacity that he has, the way he feels that he can freely state these things with no pushback,
right,
is absolutely a failure on our media.
It's very tough.
It's a failure on our media part.
It's very tough to watch that and think, God, this is the fucking president of the United States saying this shit. Like that's like, if it wasn't for like, we didn't need a fucking DOJ special counsel report to know that Biden wasn't fucking with it. We've had 3.5 years, 4 years, if you want to include the campaign,
right,
of watching him it's not like it's news to anyone. He's been cognitively impaired for some time now.
No, he really has. And you start thinking about it. Like, is this the way he's talking to world leaders? Is this what he sounds like to other world leaders and everything? It is a very sad time that we have no confidence in the world leader of today. And then you have people who are actually defending him And the first one that you can see over here is Tom Nichols. These are probably going to be some of them, some of the takes on the list. All of these reporters yelling at Biden and bombarding him with questions that are really just their own views disguised at what everybody thinks. And then he walks right back to the podium and shows that he knows exactly what he's doing at his job. What are you talking about? He walked away, and then he turned around answering a question nobody fucking heard, and then got fucking Egypt and Mexico mixed up.
Yeah, how did he
Sisi,
do that?
the president of Mexico. Like, this is a totally different fucking issue. Totally different fucking place and time. And he knows exactly what he's doing at his job. This is just absolutely fucking disgusting. And then you want to come here and say that people who are voting for Trump are delusional, or and name them any fucking curse word you can find, calling them idiots, low IQ, and all that kind of stuff. When you come up with takes like this that are so obviously brown-nosed fucking takes, so you can get on NBC tomorrow. The only reason why Tom bitch tit fucking Nichols tweets some shit out like this is so that he can make sure that the dick sucking producers at NBC see it and call him to say, hey, we like that you dick suck too. Come on to this what's it called, panel with us, so we can all dick suck together.